Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to take your amiibos from your little cardboard pieces of card all the way to your island. The process is relatively simple. In fact, the only real difficult part is, well, getting a hold of amiibo cards in 2026 or whatever year you're in after this goes live. But first thing we're going to do is let's go take a look at our campsite and see if we have anybody chilling right now. Looks like, oh no, it's empty. But that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, because Lord knows we don't want to kick somebody out just to invite somebody in, right? Once we're done there, we can pretty much head on over to our town square, where we'll be able to use the ABD machine. Here we are. So pretty much just the green machine off to the right. And you're going to select the bottommost option, the Invite Amiibo Camper. Yes, I do. And then pretty much what you do is you'll take the amiibo or the amiibo card or chip, whatever you have it on, and you just tap it onto either control stick on your Joy-Cons. I don't believe this works with any aftermarket controllers, but today we're going to do this process with Toolin. Hockey Pro, part-time builder. Why not? Sounds like fun. Toolin is one of the 4 new villagers that were added with a more recent update. He is one of the 2 who are associated with the Legend of Zelda, so pretty nice to have him around, the other 2 being the Splatoon ones. So next we just head right back to the campsite and looks like we have a visitor. We'll walk right on in. And Toolin, or in your case, whoever you scanned, will be right here. They're always very excited about being here, and what they'll do is they will request an item from you. Basically, you just accept to create that item for them, and if you for whatever reason don't happen to have the DIY, they will actually give one to you. So you don't have to worry about missing out on not being able to craft an item because you don't know what the item is. They leave at the end of the day, so you pretty much have until, I believe it's 5 in the morning to have this item created, but shouldn't be too difficult. Let's learn our doghouse real quick. Obviously, ideally you'll have all the ingredients already for your DIY, but it doesn't hurt to check. It appears for the doghouse we're short on wood though, and I'm also short on axes. So the first thing we're going to do is let's go craft an axe, because you always need the right tool for the job, right? Once we get our axe crafted, it's time to go chopping wood, I guess. Fun fact, whenever I can, I prefer to chop a very specific kind of tree. Palm trees, obviously. Since bees apparently can't be in fruit trees, and palm trees drop the least amount of fruit, I just feel a lot safer in doing it this way. That's why I plant plenty of palm trees around, but that's just my little tip for you guys. Once we've gathered enough wood, we pretty much head right back to our DIY desk thingy and workstation, that's what they're called, and we will craft that doghouse for our new friend Toolin. First we have to navigate where to find it, but once it's found, we craft it on up, and then we will be heading right back to the campsite where Toolin is. Once we're back at the campsite, we just head on in, and we can give Toolin his brand new doghouse. I wanted to get him a full-size birdhouse, but I guess this works for him. Maybe when he moves in, he'll bring a dog with him. Pretty much once you're complete with giving them the item, there's really not much else to do. They'll give you a gift back, and they're pretty much done for the day. And then once the day finishes or resets, they will be gone, and that's that. That's that for day 1 at least. The second day, it's pretty similar to the first. We got a little bit of rain today. Don't mind me if I look like a tulip. But we're going to head right back to the town square, and we're going to go back to the ABD machine over there, and we will pretty much repeat the same process that we had previously for the Amiibo. Come on over. Welcome to the Nook Stop, a multimedia terminal. Collect your daily Nook miles, and you go right back down to Invite Amiibo Camper. I believe some of the actual Nintendo License Pro controllers, the wireless ones at least, also can take Amiibos. Hello again, Tulin. Lifting Pro, need something lifted? Yes, we need you to lift the spirits around our island. So, once you scan him, he will appear right back at the campsite yet again. And the process for the second day is pretty identical to the first day. Greetings, Tulin. We will converse with him briefly, find out what kind of item he wants us crafting for him, and then, well, we'll craft it. They do make a little bit of small talk banter from time to time, but eventually you'll figure out exactly what they're looking for. Today, Tulin wants an iron frame. Fortunately for us, that's a lot easier. I have so much iron just sitting around in storage. So let's head on over to the crafting bench and make him an iron frame. Probably would be beneficial if I put this inside for such rainy days. We'd hate for his iron frame to rust, right? Again, once we have it crafted, pretty much head right back to him, give him his gift, and like I said, it's pretty simple for the most part. Here's your iron frame, Mr. Tulin. He thanks you. He'll give you yet another gift, and pretty much from here, you can spend the rest of your day doing as you will. Nothing's going to really change or expedite the Tulin move-in experience, but that's what the second day looks like. The third day is a bit of a spicy day. This is where all the real fun stuff happens, and the tough decision that you may have to make. Again, you head back to the town square, and this will be the last time you'll need to go to the town square. The next time, well, your new villager will go there for you, so don't worry too much about it. Come to the machine, scroll down to the bottom, after collecting your miles, of course. And then we're going to scan Tulin, or in your case, whoever you're trying to add, whether they're a card, a chip, or an actual amiibo. And we're going to invite them for the third and final time to our campsite. Fun fact, when I first saw Tulin, I just thought that she was a cute little bird, until I found out that she is, well, a he. Maybe I haven't played enough Zelda. Once you have them scanned again, they will appear at your campsite, and you're ready for the home stretch. Let's find out what Tulin's final item request is going to be. Fortunately, most of the time they're not going to request anything particularly difficult, but sometimes they'll throw you a curveball. Yikes. Beekeeper's hive? I sure hope I have enough wasp nests for this. Pretty much, third verse is same as the first and the second. We're going to head on over to a crafting bench. We'll spice it up today. We'll head over to the one over on my dock. Make sure you have enough of whatever material. In this case, we got some more wood as well as our beehives. And we got to make the last piece of furniture for Mr. Toolin. Pretty much from here, head on back to the campsite, and this should be the last time we have to visit the campsite as well. Go on in, give them their third and final gift. Here's your beekeeper's hive. Well, you can thank everyone by moving in, but that's just me thinking out loud. They'll give you yet another gift, and pretty much here you have to exhaust their dialogue until they eventually ask about moving into the island. They will only do this after you've given them the third and final gift. He'll give you this option to move here, though depending on the animal's personality, it may be a different conversation. But then once you say so, they'll go to the resident service. Now, this is where two different things can happen. In our case, bad news. The resident service says that our island is full. But unlike normal campsite villagers, the Amiibo villagers give you the option to pick anybody on your island to move out. For this instance, we got a lot of cool villagers, but we're going to pick Kid. Kid's not bad, and to all the Kid fans out there, I'm sorry, but he was a great neighbor, and hopefully Toolin will continue to be a great neighbor in his stead. There won't be much of an argument going on. Pretty much whichever villager you pick, they will move out immediately. This is where the key difference between the two options are. If you have a slot open, you actually can get your Amiibo villager a day sooner because they will just immediately go to a sold plot and start moving in the following day. Whereas in this case, the villager who is moving out needs to be moved out first, but fortunately they go hop right to their box selection rather than some other times where they may have to wait till the following day to do so. But Kid, it was very fun to have you around, and I'll see you around, my buddy. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of have a thing where I hate to leave a video on a sad note, so hopefully we got all of our tears out. But with that, pretty much the final days is basically the Amiibo villager moving in. You'll be able to find them wherever you had them move in, and they'll be sweeping around, emptying their boxes. They'll thank you, obviously, for having you invite them around, and pretty much this is the start of your brand new adventure with your hand-chosen friend, basically. If this tutorial is helpful for you, I try to make it as simple as possible, and pretty much you follow these steps and you'll go from having somebody who you may or may not like, or just ready for that little bit of change, to having a brand new full-fledged villager living in your island. Now, if you don't like some of the items that you made for them or crafted for them during the whole process, don't worry about it. They don't actually put them in their house or anything like that, unlike some of the mystery island villagers that you might build a house for. It's pretty much right from scratch. The process, really straightforward. Obviously, the best and most authentic way is to just get the official amiibos or find them aftermarket from somebody, but there's also NFC tags and certain programs that you can use to create your own, or you might be able to find somebody who is selling them as well. Always verify your buyers when it comes to stuff like this, but basically through that and with this tutorial, you can make sure that your dream island is full of only your dream villagers without having to go through 50 bajillion tickets to mystery islands. But if this was helpful, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and stick around for more helpful videos and tips. Thank you all for watching. Take care.